Hey everyone, my name is Claire of Clarity Wellness Coaching, and as promised, today I'm going to show you my healthier alternative in the summer when everyone else around you might be drinking some soda or some delicious kind of alcohol beverages, and you are trying to cut down on the amount of sugar and maybe anti-inflammatory. So the first caveat is that my preference is to have a splash of some type of natural fruit juice, and I prefer not having artificial sweeteners because the jury's still out. There's some controversy about, whether or not they are healthy for us. But anyway, so instead of using syrup or something like this, I do use natural fruit juice. So first of all, I do like once in a while, if you want to feel extra special, I do like using some kind of bubbly water. So I'll put that in first. And then the next thing is, I really like this one. I'm in the UK now, so wherever you are, just try to find a good brand. This particular brand of the apple mango is much better than some of the other brands that I have tried. So definitely give it a good shake to, even out the sugar content and the concentration. And basically I just put a little splash, as much as you want, but remember that fruit juice, if you're having it alone without there's no pulp in here really to speak of, without any fiber, it is not ideal for our blood sugar levels. So sometimes what I do is I will eat a few nuts, and here I have some pistachio nuts and just a few. They're quite salty, but they do have really high fiber, actually, pistachio nuts. I know they are quite expensive, so not everyone might be able to afford them. I get mine from Costco, but I hear they're not ideal for the planet of how they're grown and all that. So I try not to go through them too quickly. But there you go. So I got my apple juice, and then the mystery ingredient, if you saw my shorts video, is this. I love to put a splash of this particular brand of apple cider vinegar. Even in the UK, I can find it. It's not cheap. It's imported. It's in glass bottles whenever possible. I know this is not oil, but I like to buy my things in glass bottles because apparently it's, the plastic is getting in everything, microplastics, and some of the chemicals used in most plastics, apparently, especially with oil, can kind of leach out. I know my father he plays soccer still at his not advanced age, older age, older than me age. Sorry, Dad. Anyway, he used to keep bottles of water in the trunk of his car because it was just easy, and he'd go 3 times a week to either practice or play a game. And I can't remember if I tried one of his bottles or what, but just from being out in the heat, California obviously is very hot, it felt like, even though it's just water, it's not oil, it felt like the plastic flavor got into the water. So that's really not ideal. So Bragg, you gotta love Bragg apple cider vinegar with the mother. It's the mother SCOBY, whatever they call what they use to ferment it. And so there you go. So it's quite a dark color, as you can tell, and I just like to put a splash of that. And if you do have some kind of acid reflux in your stomach, something like that, you want to be careful with that. But if you're okay, as we know, the apple cider vinegar has amazing benefits. Apparently, even though it's acidic, when we drink it, it's the same as when we drink fresh orange juice, not pasteurized orange juice. I don't know about that, and definitely not cooked citrus, but fresh citrus and apple cider vinegar, even though it is acidic to the taste and in our stomach, it apparently has kind of the opposite effect. It has an alkalizing effect in our bodies. And so much of what we drink, coffee or black tea, that is acidifying to our bodies. And apparently that's an environment that cancer cells can grow. We all have cancer cells, but our bodies know usually how to break them down and destroy them, you know. But apparently having something that, you know, alkalizing type foods and beverages, it does help our bodies reach more of that alkaline state, but you don't want to overdo it, and you know, but yeah, just be aware of that. And that's why I love this healthier version of It's Hard to See in this, and maybe I'll put it in a glass so you can kind of see it. I think you might be able to see it better here, but there you go. So it's a nice alternative to a bubbly, fizzy drink, and it has a little bit of sugar, and so it's good to drink it with your meal, or maybe with a few nuts that have fiber, because again, if you have it without anything, that sugar is going to go straight to your bloodstream, and it's not great if we're trying to keep a good weight as we get older, or if we, you know, have to watch our blood sugar levels, all of that. So there you go. I hope you enjoy it. I absolutely find it delicious. It tastes almost like a substitute for alcohol, which I don't do well with alcohol anymore. So this for me is kind of the similar flavor because of the fermentation in the apple cider vinegar, and that it just goes so well with the apple and mango juice, the flavors. So feel free to comment in, you know, if you have your own healthy alternative to soda or alcohol beverages for the summertime. Cheers, everyone. Have a good one, and hope to read all sorts of delicious drink recipes in the comments. Bye for now.